What's good? We are live. Is that light behind me going to be annoying? Probably. Look at the beautiful journey journal. Get yours on Amazon. Okay, we are here. I just felt the nudge to do a lunchtime live. So here we are. Happy July. It is July 2nd. Shout out to all of our beloved collective members. Oh my goodness. A new dimension of love is aligning. Okay. So listen to this. As I was getting ready for this to load up, the first message that came through is you are aligning with infinite possibilities. So this July, what's the message? This July, we are aligning with infinite possibilities. And woo, I'm getting chills already. We just getting started. I knew Spirit was going to come with it. By the way, check out the video that's going to come out soon. I think it has something about being an advanced soul. It was all talking about energy pendulums. Anyway, it was a totally unforeseen message that is obviously important. So if you're here now, that message is also going to have goodies for you. So I don't typically take reversals unless Spirit specifically tells me to. So this is your message. You are aligning with infinite possibilities. Okay. Now, this came up in reverse, as in like the opposite of this. So, and the card that's the opposite is the glowed up spiritually now in 3D. And what this is saying, these two messages put together in the way that they came through, is that you are aligning with infinite possibilities. And there are those who cannot, will not go with you at this point, or are not in alignment with these infinite possibilities because they refuse to do the spiritual glow up work. We doing the spiritual work and kind of like your inner work, doing your inner work is a prerequisite to being able to align with infinite possibilities. Because when we don't do the inner spiritual work, first of all, our vision is blocked, limited according to whatever traumas happened, whatever our wounding is, whatever things we've inherited from lineage. And it keeps us from being able to align with infinite possibilities. I'm getting a vision of like being chained, and that's why in religion we talk about break every chain. There's all of these metaphors and these illustrative messages and parables and whatnot, and they're all super helpful, but I think that the science is even more helpful once we realize quantum physics explains all of this. So you've glowed up spiritually, and now you're going to see it in the 3D as you align with these infinite possibilities. Okay, yeah. And so what I'm hearing is like, because you've done the work to glow up spiritually, which means doing the inner work, walking through the fire, doing your healing work, doing your shadow work, it's allowing you to align with the infinite possibilities in the quantum field, which then is what pulls things through in the 3D. Hold on, there's another message coming through. Let me grab it. Oh, it's right on the tip of my brain. Where did it go? Because you've glowed up spiritually, now it's going to reflect in the 3D. You are aligning with the infinite possibilities. And the infinite possibilities already exist. It's just a matter of you getting yourself into alignment with them. This new dimension of love is aligning. Look at how many things we're talking about in aligning. This all has to do with our inner posture, our inner spiritual posture. This all has to do with our inner spiritual posture. Wait for it. And also our heart posture. It also has to do with the state of all of our chakras, depending on what we've been through and where it's reflected. Like, are we able to speak our truth? Are we able to sound our needs? Are we able to feel and experience and receive love? Are we able to give love? Are we able to feel stable, rooted, and safe in our atmosphere, which then reflects into relationships and whatnot? So all of this work creates a ripple effect that allows new dimensions of love to align with our life, and us to align with the dimensions of love that we desire. And so this was really interesting. Another one that came up with a card upright and then a card upside down. This card says, not honest, the truth will set you free. So any level of dishonesty that a person chooses to entertain prevents happy family. So like, if you're linked up with a liar, nah, cut that as fast as you can. Dishonest people is a house divided within themselves. Dishonesty, like just saying what sounds good but having nothing to back it up, is the ultimate unstable person. And they will continue residing there. And if you're a bright shining light, you'll see it right away and shine the light on them, and then they'll scurry into the freaking shadows. Okay? Coward. If you know, you know. Lies. The father of lies is Satan. So if you're somebody that's a freaking liar because you think it makes you... Sorry, I'm getting a little bit worked up, but I can't stand liars. Satan was called the father of lies, something like that. So, but since we are all illuminated enough to see that ish right when it happens, we don't have to worry about that. We're removing that. That's just something. So, okay, Spirit's like, chill out. I got very passionate there in that moment. The new dimension of love is aligning with the infinite possibilities. You've done the inner work. It's bringing you into the 3D new shifting timeline, the new timeline, because you probably already went through this whole like dishonest, and it ruined the potential for happy family. Okay. This is what's being left behind. Spirit's being very clear about this. So what's coming in July? July, be playful. Be playful. Get back into remembering how to be playful. Allow yourself to be happy. Allow yourself to be free. Allow yourself to be playful. Pull out that peacock energy with that self-appreciation, that beauty, self-expression, confidence. Remember who you are, okay? Help is on the way this month. Help is on the way for you in ways that you don't see coming. In ways you don't see coming. The walking plot twist. Affection. Playful and affectionate. You have backup. Help is on the way. I mean, look at how help is on the way. You have backup. Even though you've lived through this ish with the not honest and the happy family, remember to stay affectionate and stay playful, because the one that's going to be able to actually hold the space for you is going to be so worth it. And maybe they're here already, or maybe you're that person, that you've become that person that can actually be that for somebody else. None of those, huh? Let me see real quick. So good to see everybody. Pop out. Do we want that? No, we're not. Okay. All right. What else, Spirit? What do we need to know for July? Okay. We have a wall of Jericho, which is when a wall falls down. Okay. Whew. There's going to be walls coming down this month. And I'm being reminded of the story about like, maybe this is a generational thing. Like this is ooh, I'm getting chills. You get chills in random places like your calves and your like and your knees. You know what I mean? It's like very strange places to get chills. What I'm hearing about this is this might be a generational thing. Like, yeah. And once again, as I say that again, I'm getting the same chills in the same weird spots. This is a generational wall being broken down this month. It probably has something to do with this. It probably has something to do with this not honest frequency leaving your life. And the way that you're celebrating it in advance is by remaining playful and affectionate and remembering that you have backup, remembering that help is always around you, remembering that you're never alone. This wall of Jericho is coming down you are stepping into laying hold of a frequency of receptivity, of new levels of your own divine identity that are being activated / initiated / you've already arrived into it, and it's going to start. You've already arrived into it. That was the really clear part. And you're going to start like seeing the proof of it in your 3D world via opportunities, via how people see you, how people attract to you. And this is where guard your heart, okay? Because like everybody's going to be able to see that you are who you are. And you're going to be like, I just feel like I'm still just walking around through my life, just being myself. And you're probably going to feel like you're not going to see how electric you are. Electric Feel, that song has been floating in my orbit lately. By the way, the number is 424-919-909-777-555-222-111, of course, 1111. Are there any other ones? 719-828-808-818. So guard your heart, because like people are going to start seeing who you are. And they're going to just, moths to a flame. They can't help it. But look, summer. This is it. This is it now. For those in the southern hemisphere, this message is coming through here in July of where it's summer here for me. So it's just, this is confirmation that this message is for you. Yes, now. 1221, mirrored numbers, 1010, 1221, 1001. It's going to be walking on sunshine this summer. Ooh, chills again. In the wind, the Ruach HaKodesh. Go back to that message that I talked about with about you're an advanced soul, because I was talking about how like this atmosphere, when we do, like, it doesn't seem like the air is anything, but when we do this, we can feel that there's something here. It creates wind, okay? And so do that for yourself to remember how much you're programming this field. And I'm getting chills again. Like, purposely program your field with your thought forms, with your voice, with your declarations, with your oils, with your, with your smudging, with your water. Okay. It's all about to be wow. And this is a promise. 1, 2, 4, 3. This is a promise. This is a promise. And it's like because we often, especially those of us who have really started to attune with the power of the Most High Spirit, that resides within us, we often don't even realize how fast we're manifesting and multiplying whatever we're speaking and declaring and decreeing. You know what I mean? So tend to that inner fire. Oh my goodness, this is a beautiful message. Tend to that inner fire. Feel it in my bones, you're about to move. Feel it in the wind, you're about to ride in. Okay, we're going to go through here. What's the message for July? What does this collective need to know for July? Forgive yourself. So clutch. Forgive yourself, okay? Every moment forward can be a new start. Shifting timelines. Yeah. Confirmation. By the way, I really feel like the majority of us here have already entered the new timeline. And it's more so like now we're walking it out. Like it's like a new level of a video game. So like that's what the new timeline is, like the new level of the video game. And we're walking out, and it's like, so that's therefore we need to realize like we're shining in a different way. We're more magnetic in another kind of way. It's going to come with opportunities, but it's also going to come with like the people and their negative attention, so just remember how you got here and maintain your practices that got you here. You're carrying the elixir of healing. All that healing work that you've done, you've taken bits and pieces out of that treasure bag. That's the way that the spirit works, is what I'm hearing, is like As the Spirit heals each of us, this is why I said, for the joy set before him, he endured the cross, because he knew that as we healed and as we transmuted through the Spirit of life, through the finished work, through Tetelestai paid in full, as we as we healed and our fire burns less inhibited by the wounding and the false narratives and the matrix, whatever, the fear mongering matrix, our fire becomes brighter and more accessible and more illuminated, and it allows people to see the way better. Just by us think about all the people in a dark place, and how imagine pitch black. I don't know if a lot of us don't even know what pitch black is unless you've been out in the wilderness at night. A lot of people don't even have a sense of pitch black because we're surrounded constantly by city lights. But imagine it being pitch black and there being a crowd of people and it's pitch black and nobody has anything. You can't even see the way. It doesn't matter how many people are out there, but if one person has a torch, and if the torch is big enough, and then another person has a torch and another person has a torch, next thing you know, you can see for ages. Whoa. That was not a mistake. You could see for ages, as in through the ages. The message that's coming through right here is that as each of us awaken and illuminate and heal in the Spirit of the Most High, we're going to be able to see the lies that have been strung through the ages or applied to the ages. Is anybody following me? I don't think YouTube announced this live because nobody is here, but I'm on a roll, and Spirit said keep going. So we are going. We are keep going. We're going to keep going. Help is on the way twice. Yo. You know what I just heard too? We are the help. Woo! We are the help. Which don't be discouraged. We still got help too. But part of it is that we came here to be the help, yo. Don't get it fucking twisted. Excuse my whatever. We are here to be the deep-rooted great oak tree that then creates the shade in a good way, And the great oak tree does so much for nature. We're talking metaphor, okay? The thorn in your side. The thorn in your side is everything that you had to go through to get here. To remember that this realm is still a work in progress. I pray and manifest and declare and decree that this message will indeed find every single soul that it is meant to find, in accordance with what is written from outside of time, according to the Most High Creator, the Good Shepherd, the Good One, the one that has exceedingly abundantly far above anything we could ask, think, dream, or imagine, the one that is from outside of time, that created this realm and that sent us in here to take over, to have dominion for the highest good. Whoa, that's wild. What's wild about it is that that's the only card that I can tell that is flipped. And this was a card that was in another person's reading today that I heard. Heal the ouch. That's what we're here to do. And that's what your spirit team is here to help you with. Heal the ouch. 38. Protecting treasure. Didn't I just talk about treasure in a minute? That's the next one. You are always protected and divinely directed, okay? But heal the ouch. Forgiveness is the healer of the soul. Didn't we have forgive yourself in here? We did, right here. This is a very critical part of the mission. You have to forgive yourself for what you didn't know, and for just forgive, allow it to be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Okay? This is a time for great soothing of the heart, body, soul, and mind, as this card indicates that healing will be prevalent in your life now. I think I'm preaching to the choir. If you feel drawn to study the healing arts, you'll be successful in developing your natural capacity to restore others to wellness. However, the message may be that you're being called to change your behaviors in order to heal the earth. Perhaps you'll switch to a cruelty-free diet, or perhaps you'll pay more attention to how much water or electricity that you use. You're asked to be conscious of your footprint and commit to the healing path. Heal the ouch may also be an indicator of old wounds and broken bonds that are being mended. Reconciliations are possible now. Let bygones be bygones. Wow. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Wow, what's this? The Dragon's Lair. I've never seen this one before. Okay. You are always protected and divinely directed. Didn't we just say that in front of the other one? 39. You are always protected and divinely directed. 39 and 19. Nines, 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 of course. The Dragon's Lair. Look at that spooky looking card. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You're about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to the core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is greater value in risk-taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. Yes, I definitely feel like that is so in alignment. We were just talking about how it's like being on a new level of a video game, and like how the moths to the flame and how guard your heart, and you got double help though. It's like you got to remember that there's more with you than there is with them. There's more with you. You have your divine team is not playing. Your divine team is not playing. Okay. So I think I'm going to leave this here, and comment below if you end up seeing this message. Let's do a personal reading. So we're going to do a reading for Lonnie. Lonnie, what is the message for Lonnie, Spirit? Thank you so much for the spirit of truth and revelation, advancement and acceleration. Thank you for giving a message to Lonnie. Oh, okay. I've got to get the one that's coming. It's these. Okay. Winter and cleanse. Okay. We have that cleanse and winter. Let's get some more context. Here we go. Remember to dance, increase. Oh, interesting. Oh, I love this. Okay. Wow. Okay, here's your directive. Decrease imposter syndrome. So stop feeding that idea that like, oh, it's not me. It can't be me. Okay, you're supposed to decrease imposter syndrome and increase dancing. Remember to dance. How cool would it be if we found out Lonnie is an actual dancer? Okay. And this could be like literally, if you feel like, oh, I'm not a good enough dancer, so I'm not like as good as these other people. So that's a sense of imposter syndrome. So Spirit's like, don't live there. Whatever it is, by the way, it doesn't have to be dancing. Whatever your talent is, that's what I'm hearing. So whatever your talent is, stop comparing yourself with other people, because only you can do it how you do it, okay? Only you can do it how you do it, and you've got to show up and do it. You're being really called to step into that divine identity alignment, and like, don't judge yourself, and don't judge it for like, if you see results like in a certain time period. Just get lost doing what you love, being who you are in your divine identity. And then this winter cleanse. I don't know. Okay, so first of all, depending on where you're at in the world, Lonnie, maybe it's winter now. Maybe you're being invited to do a cleanse. I'm going to let Spirit lead you and guide you on that, because I don't really know what that means, but I'm trusting that Spirit will notify you, and that's the Spirit is faithful. Okay, so I Thank you all for being here. Shout out to all the Alchemyze members and also the channel members. Thanks for holding it down. I love seeing our unique badge and sticker emojis. Like, it really does genuinely bring a smile to my face every time I see one of the little badges that I created for the channel. If you're interested in supporting the channel, you can become a member here, or you can also do Alchemyze, which is $11.11 a month. And then on the channel, I think it's $2, $4, and $8 options to support my work here. So I just really appreciate it. I am a solo mama doing the dang thing, and that was not the plan, but sometimes things don't go to plan, and here we go. Living through it anyway. I wrote a book also called Through It, Unveiling the Conqueror Within, long before I knew how through it I would go. I'm the creator of this journey journal. I also have a free email list, so check the links below if you'd like to just stay in touch and make sure that we are always able to stay in touch regardless of what happens in this wild world with these crazy programs. We never know what's going on. I'd love to keep you in the loop with what I'm creating and also be able to get any messages to you should the tube shut down. So be blessed, be well, be free. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.